Okay, so this is fresh off the wake up. It's currently 11:04 right now, and my words might be very mumbo jumbo. I might sound guttural. I might sound like I've just been. I don't know. I just might sound tired. I might sound like a male, but I don't really care. It's cool. I'm fine with it. This is how I sound when I wake up. Fresh off the wake up, yeah. I've been reposting and posting, and I know my Instagram story is tired about stillball run dropping, guys. Oh my days. Well, it's not dropped. Let me shut my mouth. It's not dropped. It's been announced, and I'm happy. I'll take it because it's been announced in the fact of there's something there. There's something that will be released eventually. We don't know when. There's it's something, it's either in the works or, it's just that it's coming. That's what they're telling us. They're telling us it's confirmed, it's coming. No take backsies. Okay, cool. We haven't got a date yet, as I said. We haven't got a date. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with not having a date. Something will become of this. Whether it's in 5 years, 2 months, I do not care. I'm not bothered because at least we know that it's on the way. At least we know that it's existing. I'm so happy. Yes. But unfortunately, I have not read it. And I know everyone's gonna beat me up. Everyone's like, why have you not read it? You need to read Steel Boy and JOJO and then JOJO fans are gonna beat me up for this one. I've not touched the manga and JOJO's at all.
Definitely concerns me a little bit, you know what I mean? But
they're gonna whoop me. Because I got introduced to it through watching it. And I know reading it would probably be better for me to understand the base text. You know what I mean? If like we're talking about it in an English sense, it would be better for me to understand the base text. But hey, I just can't I can't switch my mind to it. It's a very long-winded way of just saying that you don't want to do it. Like with My Hero, I think at the time of not when I started it, but when I began to properly get into it, because I'd watched some bits before and I kind of knew the storyline and everything. But when I properly sat down and watched everything, there was only 4 seasons out. So I watched 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's done now. And not done, but I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's all that's out right now, and I need more. So obviously I knew that the manga was there was more and it was ongoing. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll just read that. And then I started reading that. I started reading that, and then keeping up with the episodes, everything, this, that. And because that was ongoing and because I found it better, I stopped watching the series, and I haven't watched the series since, I think the last episode I remember is Darby's Dance. That's the last episode I remember, fully. I might have watched past that, I'm not sure, but after that I haven't touched a thing. I can't remember a thing. All I know is that Darby's Dance was so good, that episode, and then the edits, and then they were doing Lady Gaga applause. I was like, oh, I understand now why people like Darby. But I'm getting off topic. But I haven't had that sort of kind of experience of, oh my god, I need more with JOJOs, because with the series out there, with the anime, to me it's fulfilling in the sense of, with Stone Ocean and everything, I didn't feel the zeal to be oh my god, let me read the manga now, because I was like, no, I can wait for Steel Ball Run. I can wait for that. Because I didn't know anything about Stone Ocean. I didn't know anything about anything when I was watching the show, if you know what I mean. I hadn't Like, I couldn't tell you the first thing about JoJo's except from Juno's, like, you know, the dun, 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 dun. I knew that was JoJo's, and then I thought that was at the start, so I was like, where's the song? Like, where's the where is it gone? And then when it came to, like, what's it called, part 5, then I was like, oh, it's here, okay, I understood that. And then watching JoJo's and then seeing the to be continued, to be continued meme being like the actual, you know what I mean, the transition, I was like, oh my gosh, this makes sense. Oh my god, it's giving me closure. It's putting everything into perspective, because I used to watch those videos all the time. I used to watch them like religiously, and the full song, yeah, when I heard it for the first time, I went, I was like, no way. It's like, guys, that's why JoJo's is the GOAT show. I'm so sorry. Anybody who says it's bad, you just don't know TV. You don't know anime. I'm sorry. I've got to tell you. And then the perception that people think that JoJo is gay. Like, oh, just grow up. I'm so sorry. Grow up. Like, I didn't know that was a JoJo's thing. And I knew the JoJo deal. I knew that because that was a sound, but I didn't know, like, that was a JoJo's. I remember watching the first intro when I was a child. I don't know when, but I remember seeing the visuals at some point in my life. And when I saw it, I was like, I know this from somewhere. And then, I knew that from somewhere. I'm like, I know this from somewhere, but I don't know. But I guess we'll never know about that one. But, you know, I had no kind of background when I was watching the show. So I'm picking up things along the way. I'm asking people. I'm looking it up on Google. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find my feet, and it was fun for me in the sense of I'm learning. And when it comes to like anime and shows, I haven't had to do that in a while, because when you're watching like a 24 episode or like a romance thing, it will, like, you know, it's not that complex. Like, it's easy to pick up and put down. It's easy for you to kind of know about. It's easy for you to grasp the plot of, because you've seen a couple before. So I just didn't really have to think. I didn't really have to be like, oh, okay, this is a new time period, but it has traits of this and this and this. And then when you watch it, you're like, oh, okay. Or when you watch it, you're like, this was there, so why is... Yeah, it was a bit... It's not confusing, but it required a lot more active watching. You can't be a passive viewer when you watch JoJo's, in my opinion. You can't be a passive viewer, because everyone says there's filler episodes. There are... No, there are filler episodes. Let's not lie. There are filler episodes. But, like, if you blink, you'll miss it. In my opinion, if you blink, you'll miss it. There have been times where I've had it on in the background, and, like, maybe 2-3 episodes have gone by. Like, if I was working or if I was occupied with something, I would rewind them back, because I'm like, no, I've probably missed something here. I need to go back, and I need to go and take it in. And there's been times where obviously I think I've rewatched it. I've watched it in full, like a whole marathon, but I had to take a 3-day break in between part 2 and 3, because I cried so hard at part 2. Yeah. I had to take a break with that. But was it I think it was part 2. Yeah, part 2 I had to take a break. Yeah, it was part 2. And then the end of part 3, I was just distraught, because the ending was just... And then moved on to part 4, which is... Mario Radio. Yeah. I love that part. It's just so beautiful. But then there's one bit with Shiggy that made me sad. Shigechi, man. Poor Shigechi. But no, actually not poor Shigechi, because he actually was a little turd, but nah, he was cute though. Like, I'm sorry, I like Shigechi a little bit. I've not rewatched it in full ever. I've picked up chunks, or I'm like, okay, I want to go back to this part. I think I watched part 1 more times than I can count. I've always been like, oh my god, I'm gonna watch the whole of JoJo's. I've watched part 1, I get up to a certain point and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Not because part 1 is bad, but because I've seen it already and it's like, I just want to watch another bit, or I'm so impatient that it's taking too long and I'm like, okay, just want to skip to part 3. I think I've watched part 1 a lot. I have not been back to part 2 as many times as I would think I would. I think the only time I've properly watched part 2 is when I first watched it. Probably because of the trauma. I cannot do that. It will break my heart. Like, it will break my heart into pieces. But I think I've watched the start of part 3 once again. I've watched part 4 twice. Part 5, I think I've watched that the most. Part 5 I've watched that the most because Jono, and he's that guy. Part 6 I've only watched the once, and that's because like part 6 I liked, but I don't think I understood it. Like, you know when you're watching something and you're not passive, but I just don't think I was paying attention as much as I should have. And I liked it. I found myself enjoying it, and the songs were banging. And I love what's her name, Jolene. I love her, but I think I just didn't pay attention as much as I should, because I remember it ending, and then I was like, huh, what? But no, I got the general thing, and I had to ask my sister because she was the one that put me onto JoJo. She was like JoJo fanatic, and then I told her, I can't lie, I'm never watching this show, because she used to talk about it so much, like so much, and I told her, I can't lie, I'm not watching this show, just because the amount of times you talk about it, I'm not watching it. And that's the thing with me when it comes to TV shows, or when it comes to anything popular. When it's popping, or when people are talking, like telling me watch it, I'm not watching it. That's just how I am. Like, I'm just not gonna watch it, because I want to be able to make my own opinion. I just want to be able to form my own thing without, like, not pressure, pressure, but without like the bias of like pop culture community talking about it, which is then gonna make me either go in with a notion that it's gonna be really, really good, and then I can't enjoy it because I'm thinking, oh, everyone's just overhyped this, is really not that good. Or I go in and like I don't get the chance to like internalize it and kind of take it in properly. I'm just thinking about, oh, like maybe this person said, oh, this moment was on, like, and this person's in it, and I don't get to intake the art blankly on a blank slate for what it is. But yeah, I actually have to thank her one day for putting me on, because yeah, I can't even say that like she didn't put me on. She did put me on. And I heard people talking about JoJo's before, and I didn't, it's not like I didn't get it. It's just like, let me be let me be frank. I thought it was one of those animes where like it would be extremely catered to the male audience, and maybe there would be fan service, and like it just seems like one of them. And then when my sister got into it, I was like, oh, first of all, fair enough. Second of all, like, she's telling me all the lore and everything. And at the time when she's speaking to me about it, I'm looking at her and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm trying to understand it, because usually when she talks to me about shows, I can get to grips with some of it. like, I can understand, like, the basics. When she's talking to me, I'm like, huh? Who the hell is Jotaro? Who the hell is Josuke? I thought there was one JoJo. Like, that's what I thought. I'm like, it says JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, why is it more JoJo's? I thought in one JoJo that goes on a bizarre adventure. Why is it more than one? I was so, like, aggravated. I was so confused. Because I'm thinking, oh, one guy called Jojo, yeah, he goes through trials and tribulations, and this is the life, you know what I mean? Because it's his bizarre adventure. Maybe he goes and he visits the world and he's faced with trials and tribulations. That's what I thought. And then when she's telling me, oh, like, there's different JoJo's, because, and, like, see, it's so hard for me to even explain now. She's telling me, oh, there's different JoJo's, and they're all in different time periods. And, like, one season will represent, like, one time period, and then it will move on to a different focus with the next JoJo. And I'm like, Buddha, why is, like, what do you mean? I thought it's one. And then she's telling me, oh, there is Jonathan, there is Joseph, there is Jotaro, there's Josuke, there is Jono. Why is there a Jono? And he's meant to be a Jo. Oh, I remember when she told me that. I was like, why is there one that doesn't even have the name Jojo, but it's spelled Jojo? Goodbye. I was so aggravated. Like, I remember explicitly her telling me all the lines, like all the orders and everything, and I was like, I'm not watching this, because what's the point? But in fact, I was gonna say I regret not getting into it sooner, but I don't. I really don't regret not getting into it sooner, because the time period that I got into it was absolutely perfect for me, because I did it on my own because I wanted to. I did it because I felt like, okay, let me give it a shot. If I don't like it, I've tried. Do you know what I mean? I like to watch things on my own without any other input. And if I tell you, oh, I started watching it, cool, like, let me formulate my own opinion. Let me come to you with the things that I heard. Let me tell you, oh, you actually did a solid by putting me onto this. Like, I like to find out things for myself, but I do like to find out things for myself. But I do have to give it to her. She did put me on. Okay, for now, I think this is a decent place to stop off, because it's a bit long. It's half an hour long, and I don't think anyone wants to hear me yap about JoJo's for half an hour. But second part, you know, JoJo. No, it's not a JoJo reference. That's lame. But yeah, second part will be dropping soon, because it would be way too long if I left it to run for 30 minutes. It's cool. It's cool, I guess. Y'all better like it up and comment and stuff if y'all want to see the next bit. You know? But hope you're enjoying it so far. If you got this far, comment a star emoji, because joestar, guys, I'm so cool. I'm the coolest. But, you know, that was so lit. But whatever. You know, comment the star, and if you enjoyed it, let me know. Give me your thoughts, and I'll probably drop my socials on the screen, or they'll be in the description. Enjoy your life, and good night. But it's not night, so good night. Oh yeah, and song of the moment, I'm playing it now. You'll never guess where it is, but you know, you should know because the title is okay. Fine.